Like the irony of the whole like anti-woman thing too is Scott Bessent is gay, so
if prices go up, they will be one time.
Okay, well, unfortunately, you appear to be talking out of both sides of your mouth because you yourself have admitted after conversations with Walmart that some tariff costs are going to get passed on to consumers. And in fact, we've already seen that prices are rising on many everyday goods.
Congresswoman,
please don't interrupt me. The time is mine. The time is mine. Please don't interrupt me. I will ask you questions and I will grant you an opportunity to answer them, but please don't interrupt me during my time.
With pleasure.
Okay, I know I'm a woman, but please try to limit yourself.
Oh, that's dirty.
No, I'm sorry, but we get talked over all the time, and I don't want that to happen at this hearing.
I would remind members. Gentlelady is recognized. Please proceed.
Thank you. The time is mine.
Dude, that's dirty. Come on.
Canned goods like chicken noodle soup
That's
and
bull
canned fruit.
crap.
And microwave meals have gone up 15%. Toys are getting more expensive. Walmart
Frickin'
just raised
Karen.
the prices of dinosaur action
This is why people hate Democrats. Democrat from California, Sanchez, man, so dirty. So dirty. You gotta play that? Come on. Come on. Just, how about just like a, this is my time, let me talk. Scott Bessent goes, all right, my pleasure, your time. And then she's got to go on this diatribe about how Bessent's trying to be anti-woman. I know it's because I'm a woman. Man, shut up, Karen. This is so dumb.
Estimates are
And the best
that
estimate
consumers will pay $3,000 more for the same goods
And that estimate is from
that
whom?
they did last year.
That estimate's from whom,
I will get you the estimates.
Right, because
But that's money that could be going to paying goods or paying rent and groceries. And it's clear that Trump's trade wars are hurting American families. Yet all we have to show for the economic pain are news reports of these flimsy trade deals. And I understand, Mr. Secretary, that you are co-leading the China trade negotiations. Do you think that China is a reliable trading partner?
I think we will see.
Well, pardon me for being skeptical of this administration's ability to get anything meaningful out of trade negotiations with China, because this administration is too swamped with trying to negotiate with 90 countries around the world. And to me, a poorly negotiated trade deal with China is probably not worth the paper that it's written on, because this is China's track record. These are facts. In the Trump administration's Phase 1 trade deal, China promised to increase purchases of U.S. goods and services by $200 billion over 2 years. Countless reports, and you yourself, have noted that China has failed to meet these purchase commitments. Those were purchase commitments that were negotiated by Trump in his first administration.
They met their agreements under President Trump in 2020, and President Biden did not enforce them, and the Chinese delegation told me that they did not believe they needed to adhere to them.
I'm reclaiming my time. That's incorrect. China has also not made the structural reforms that they promised Trump that they would. Many U.S. companies still reported widespread intellectual property theft and counterfeiting. So excuse me if the last attempt by the Trump administration to secure meaningful change from China doesn't exactly inspire any confidence in the current negotiations. And, you know, quite frankly, negotiating trade agreements with China requires more time and effort than this administration has given so far. And that's why I was alarmed to hear this morning that Trump said that the U.S.-China deal was done after just 2 days of talks in London. Mr. Secretary, the press release on this so-called deal looks more like a framework. Congress, who has the constitutional authority over trade, needs the details of this supposed deal. So I'm asking if you will provide this committee with the actual details of this deal, because there has been, unlike what was said earlier,
here we go. This is good. This is a good question, though. I got to give her credit. This is a blunt, good question. Now let him answer.
Will you commit to giving us the specifics of that deal, the details?
The Congresswoman, I flew back at 4 a.m. this morning to be here this morning, and we are...
It's a simple yes or no question.
No, it is not a simple yes or no question. We are in the midst of constructing it, and back to your question, China has proven an unreliable partner in strategic
Wait,
Will you
The,
commit to consulting with us on trade
so
deal with
you
China?
don't have the deal done yet?
I would ask that the witness be allowed to answer that last
Gentlewoman's
question.
time has expired. I
It's
now
a yes or no.
In fairness, this is why people hate politics, okay?
The Chinese delegation, and it will be a longer process. The trade deal today, or last night, was for a specific goal, and it will be a much longer process. And I will note that the previous administration did nothing.
But excuse me, the
Mr.
question
Arrington
was
is now
whether or not you
recognized.
would
The gentlewoman's
consult with
time has
members of
expired.
Congress.
Mr. Arrington's time
It's my time
is now
now.
Mr. Arrington's time.
In fairness, this is exactly why people hate frickin' politicians, okay? Because we're told the China trade deal is done. Besson's like, well, you know, I mean, like, a little piece of the trade deal is done. The whole trade deal is going to take a whole lot longer. But then on the other hand, you like, even though the lady asked a good question, she has to go all like, oh, you're being anti-woman. No, he's been doing that to everyone. Chill out. Like, he's excited to answer. But in fairness, you get bullcrap from all the politicians, and guess who loses? The people do. We do. Because we don't get straight answers from these bastards. And then they waste time on garbage.
They didn't raise the tax rate for the top 10%, the top 20%, the top 30%. They didn't raise taxes on their millionaire. They didn't create the wealth tax that they're going to criticize us for. In fact, we're preventing all marginal rates from increasing by extending the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, and including the top rate from going to 39% from 37%. They didn't increase it from.
Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this.
We'll try a little advertising and see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. You have done so much. People love you. People look up to you.
Kevin Paffrath there, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Always great to get your take.